What's up everyone, it's Vu of Vu Films and I am back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about something really small and really tiny. And no, I'm not talking about that item that is in my pants below my belt. I am talking about this. This is the Ulanzi Zero Y Tripod. It's a travel tripod, and right now it's wrapped in its bag that they kindly included with the tripod. And yes, some of you are saying, Vu, that looks like a Peak Design tripod bag, and you'll see that it kind of looks like Peak Design travel tripod as well. And you're not wrong. They definitely took some inspiration from Peak Design, but I'll tell you right now that if you've been wondering if this tripod is at least as good or better than the Peak Design travel tripod, I'm not gonna wait till the end of the video. If you're looking for a travel tripod and you've been in the market for the Peak Design one, get this one instead. This one, carbon fiber, I think it's around like 300 bucks, versus the carbon fiber one of Peak Design is an egregious like 600 bucks. Standard non-carbon fiber one is like even still more expensive than it. I think it's like 350 or something like that. And this one is just overall better, and I'll explain why in a second. But first, let me just take this out of its little protective pouch here, because it just feels a lot better when it's out of the protection. Of course, it also comes with spikes, because clearly you're going to be using this tripod outdoors. So as you can see, this is the Ulanzi Zero Y Tripod, carbon fiber. Look at the relative size in my hand, and like my junk, it is small and it is tiny, but it does the job. Gets the job done really quick, really easy. So first of all, as you can see, the latches, very familiar, right? So there's two things they definitely got inspired by Peak Design for: the bag and this. These four latches where you just take four of your fingers, unlatch, and it slides right out. However, the rest of it is pretty much kind of their own thing. In my opinion, it is a tripod. You know, there's not many other ways for you to design a tripod and a tripod head. And in this case, Ulanzi took the inspiration from Peak Design for the leg latches and the protective bag. But it ends there, because the rest of this tripod is, in my opinion, a lot better than the Peak Designs. So thank Peak Design for the innovation of trying to create the small travel tripod. And then Ulanzi just took it a step up and did everyone a solid by making it cheaper. Excellent. And if you don't know Ulanzi is a brand that has been making all kinds of camera accessories, LED lighting, all types of stuff. And they did not sponsor this video, but they did send me this tripod for to test out, and for my own personal use, and for obviously a YouTube review. And yeah, you know me and how I feel about YouTube reviews, and most of the time it's just tube douchers like myself trying to convince you to buy something and clicking on the affiliate links below, and we can make commission off of it. And this video is no different. I would love it for you to buy this tripod off my affiliate links for me to make some commission off it. No doubt about it. I'd be lying to you if I didn't. But I also would not lie to you about the product. And I've been using this tripod for the past 2 months. Maybe a little more than that, for pretty much my other YouTube channel. My other YouTube channel is fishing. I go outdoors, I walk through the woods. I use this for all kinds of stuff. I even took it on a wedding. I've done client shoots with it. Obviously, if it is good enough to travel with you and sit tight on grass when it's windy, it should be able to handle studio work as well, yes? So with that comes the first thing that is obviously 100% better than the Peak Design, is its stability when you have it set down on it. It just feels so much more sturdy, and if you put a camera on it, it just feels so much more sturdy than the Peak Design. There's no other way to put it. The Peak Design to me was super rickety, and I really don't want to, end up making this a comparison against the Peak Design. It is what it is. You're going to be cross-shopping these two tripods, yeah? So I just want to make sure you make the right purchase decision. So yeah, 2 reasons why you should buy this over the Peak Design. It is the better tripod. it is cheaper. And also, Peak Design doesn't give me an affiliate link. So yeah, that's that. Well, okay. The second thing that is a lot better than Peak Design is when it's flat all the way down. So obviously you can extend it, yeah. So when it is flat all the way down like this, you can still make some adjustments to the angle. So sometimes you're in a hurry and you put all the legs down and you realize that it is not level. You can still make some level adjustments just by releasing the latch right here. Very simple, latch release, and you can still make the necessary adjustments. However, the Peak Designs, you have to actually like lift it up, and then you could be able to like adjust it. One minor thing, but I think this is huge. Okay, you may be asking me, I'm like trash talking Peak Design tripod right now. Did I ever own one? Did I ever have one? Did I ever use one? I did own one, and I left it at a wedding venue and I lost it. It's gone. It's a great little travel tripod. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying this one is better. Yeah. So this is a standard Arca Swiss plate. I went ahead and stuck a Falcam F38 quick release plate on it, or base plate on it, because it's just a little bit faster for me, and I use that Falcam 38 on like all of my cameras. But I believe Ulanzi is actually releasing a version of this tripod with the Falcam plate already built in, but it sucks because then you don't have the option to use Arca. So I would probably still recommend this version, and if you want to put the Falcam plate on it, you can. Either way, it's good to go. So quite simple. To lift, you just hit this latch here, lift it up, tighten it back down, it's stuck. And then to move this, to adjust the, to adjust the leveling axis, whatever, it's just this one little latch here, good to go. If you want to adjust, it does have a smooth panning head, which is just tightened with this knob here, loosened like this, and you have a nice smooth panning head. That's another thing that the Peak Design lacks. It doesn't have a smooth pan head. It literally just has this adjustment. So it sucks because sometimes, let's say you're using this at a wedding, you could actually pan and follow like a speaker. You know, if you're using this tripod to like film speeches, you can follow the speaker if he's moving around. With Peak Design, you're kind of shit out of luck. It's really just a tripod for you to sit there and have it sit still. Another thing is you could have this go completely vertical like this. So if you want to do your vertical TikTok debag shit, you could do that too really quickly, really easily, without having to like remount your camera and all that stuff. Very simple. It does it like pretty much every way. And I believe it actually does this better than Peak Design as well. I think the Peak Design only does it in one angle. This could do it in multiple angles. I think so, but I'm not sure if I remember properly. Other simple features is it does have like an Allen key attached here. You pretty much just screw this off, so you could actually hook on your bag or some weight to keep the tripod from falling over, and you could take this off. There's an Allen key for you to make any adjustments on the screws on your tripod, to tighten them, loosen it, whatever you have to do. You can also take this completely off. As you can see, there's a gap, and to make it shorter, so you could do like lower angle stuff. You could actually even do it upside down. There's a lot of options with this tripod. You could even put, there's another quarter thread here for you to like mount something else, GoPro, whatever it is you want to do when you're out and about on your douchey adventures. But yeah, this is an excellent tripod, high quality. And yeah, so the way I've been using it is I've actually just been using this as it is, and I slap a camera on here. This is an exact setup that I've been using for my fishing videos, just like so. And yeah, this is it. This is how I film like my third person view of my fishing videos. It's an A7 IV with a 15mm f1.4G lens from Sony, and it handles it just fine. Obviously, it's not a huge setup. This is going to be soon be replaced. I'm going to be keeping my A7 IV, obviously, for other professional use, but for like videos like this, I'll be using in my new Sony FX30 for this like lightweight running gun content creation setup. Some of you more professional guys are probably going to ask, hey, Vu, do you use this for your professional shoots? Absolutely. I take it, like I said, to weddings and most talking head stuff. I mean, look, it just sits like this. Like, is this thing gonna really like go anywhere for you in the studio? is it gonna fall apart? I use small cameras like this. I use A7S III, FX30, FX3, A7 IV. You're not gonna have any issues with weight or anything with travel tripods like this. I currently run 3 tripods. I have the Sirui ST125, I have the Sirui ST124 and ST125 tripods. They're pretty much the same travel carbon fiber tripods. One is just tiny bit smaller than the other, but they're pretty much the same tripod. So right now, this camera is sitting on the ST124 tripod. I've actually been using this ST125 tripod for my fishing videos before I switched over to using the Ulanzi Zero Y Tripod. And the reason is quite simple. The Ulanzi tripod is smaller and it's lighter and it's easier to carry, especially when I'm walking around in the wilderness such as this, my backyard. It's very dangerous. You just gotta make sure you have a nice light setup just in case a deer comes and you have to run away. Overall, excellent tripod. I'm gonna quickly compare to you the size difference between this Sirui ST125 tripod versus the Ulanzi Zero Y tripod. And let's be honest, this one is going to be bigger, but it is more sturdy. So these are my primary like wedding, filmmaking, studio, professional tripod. And still some of you are going to tell me that it is unprofessional. Yeah, I pretty much use this for all of my professional shoots, and it's been great. Just quickly compare the size between the Ulanzi Zero Y and this Sirui ST125. I just take this off. And this is why I like quick release plates. This comes right off. I'm gonna go ahead and fully erect this ST125 tripod from Sirui to compare the fully erect Ulanzi Zero Y tripod for your viewing pleasure. So yeah, as you can see, this is a slower process because they're twist locks, and twist locks just generally take a little longer, but it's still good. And also, I like to mention they're all weatherproof. So now I have these 2 tripods chilling right here, and I'm going to extend both of them to its full height. That's maximum, and that's maximum. And as you can see, the ST125 can get a slight bit taller. You're talking about ½ an inch, which is a lot for me, but this is not much for tripods. So yeah, but what you want to see is the size when it's packed down. And I'm gonna be clear, both fit in your carry-on luggage, no problem. It's just the Sirui ST125, you got to take off the tripod head, which is an extra step and an extra, space that gets taken up, because you're gonna have to put the tripod head somewhere also in that carry-on case. And with the Ulanzi, you could actually just put it into your carry-on case as is without taking the head off, and it fits, up and down on the in the carry-on case, no problem. And those of you who travel to film a lot, how space on those carry-on cases could get tight really quick, and any bit of space savings helps a ton. You're talking about the difference of possibly carrying an additional lens, possibly carrying additional shirt, sweater, or something inside that carry-on case, instead of having to use that extra space for this tripod head. So I'm kind of also showing you the real-time collapsibility of these tripods. So pretty much you just unlatch all 4 latches all at once, and then you just kind of let it fall down like it does. And they all have weather sealing, so you're not gonna have to deal with rust or anything like that. I'll gladly take this out to salt water without worry. So there's that. So as you can see, this one also collapses a lot quicker. It's just faster in general to set up and to collapse. And sometimes if you don't twist these tight enough, the legs do start sliding down. But here is the size difference between the two tripods once they're collapsed. As you can see, the Zero is thicker, more girthy, but the Ulanzi is clearly thinner, pretty much the size of a water bottle. So if you're backpacking, the Ulanzi is better for backpacking. If you're trying to walk around, carry, the Ulanzi is better for that too. The only real advantage the Zero has is that it is sturdier when it is set up. That's it. That doesn't mean the Ulanzi one is not sturdy. The Ulanzi one is very sturdy, and you could even hang something on the hook like you could do with most tripods. But yeah, the ST125 is sturdier. And you can see once I take the tripod head off, the Ulanzi and the Zero is now about the same height. And this way, you know, either one of these will fit into your carry-on luggage, no problem. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. Like, if you're in the market for a compact travel tripod that you could pretty much use in hiking situations, travel situations, you know, taking away a tripod, you want to put in your backpack, and you know that it's high quality, it is sturdy, it is built like a tank, metal, plastic, carbon fiber, mixture of really high-end materials. In my opinion, this is a high-end tripod for a very good price. I know 300 some bucks sounds expensive, but you know, you're buying tripods under 100 bucks, you know it's trash. All right, let's just be honest. This thing punches above its weight, as in just the name brand. A lot of people don't know what Ulanzi is, but Ulanzi makes some really good shit. Check out their website. Check out Amazon. They have stuff on there too, but a lot better than the Peak Design, in my opinion. And of course, you could also use it for professional work if you're using smaller mirrorless cameras such as Sony a7S III, FX3, FX30, a7 IV, and those of you out there who are professionals sitting there saying, oh, dude, that's really unprofessional. You're gonna show up with small tripods like that. If you wanna be a professional videographer, you wanna look professional, you gotta bring in those big tripods. You know what? It doesn't matter how big your camera is, how big your junk is, how big your tripod is. If your work is trash, it's trash, all right? That is just plain and simple. Why would I go buy a massive tripod when all I need to hold my cameras is a tripod this size? And why do I need to buy a big ass camera when my small camera produces quality just as good as those big cameras? It's easier to set up. It's easier for me to get shots. When things are easier for you to do, you tend to make better work, because instead of fiddling with your gear, getting tired of carrying around heavy ass gear, you're just carrying light gear into the shoot. You have a lot of energy. You don't have to fiddle around. You could concentrate your mind on getting good shots, being creative, and overall just delivering a better quality product for your client. And by better, I don't mean like that extra half stop or dynamic range. I don't mean that extra unnoticeable highlight roll off or whatever from some high-end red camera. I'm talking about the overall storytelling, delivery, everything. Yeah. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully the video helped you make a purchase decision on the Ulanzi Zero Y Tripod. You know me, I'm not going to try to review stuff I'm not going to use. I'll make sure I use it. I've had this for a couple months. I make sure I use it. I beat the crap out of it. And it has held up very well. I put in water, all kinds of crap. So yeah, highly, highly recommended. And of course, links in the description below. Until next time, lighten up. Literally, like some of you can't take jokes. That's why I always say lighten up, you know, just freaking lighten up, take it easy. And of course, lighten up your load. You know what I mean? All because something is small doesn't mean it doesn't work well. All because it's lightweight doesn't mean it doesn't work well. You know, I managed to get 2 kids. I have 2 kids. and I'm not packing that much heat, but you know, I made it work. You know, gotta think positive. Do what you can. You know, it's quality, not quantity. But real talk, I wouldn't mind to have, you know, some additional size. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Peace out.
Hey man, what tripod you use?
Bro, I just use a Suray ST124125 carbon fiber tripods.
Oh my god, you use that tiny tripod?
Bro, I've had no problems with it and it fits in my travel carry-on case.
Bigger, it better.
Bro, you act like you're packing heat down there.
My nickname in haiku was hung low. You need to get a bigger tripod. If the wind blow, your track Sony camera break in half.
Actually, it's been quite stable.
You break, you buy. I break, I cry.
Bro, that makes absolutely no sense, but can you show me a shot on your big tripod?
Let me show you. Hi, my name Phúc my bed, and you want to be able to shoot the wedding like that and like that. You want to make over $200,000 on your wedding filmmaking. Sign up for my online wedding filmmaking course.
If it gets windy in your indoor studio?
You want to be called hung low? Sign up for my online course.